So today we are going to discuss Feb March 2026 paper 4-2 and the duration is 2 hours. These are the instructions we have to follow. Let's move to, these are the formulas will be given to us. Let's move to question number 1. In question number 1, write the numbers 7.5 million. So 7.5 million means 7.25 million. So 7.25 million. So this will be equals to 7.25 multiplied by 1 into 6 zeros. Okay, the answer will be 725030. Let's move to the second part. Find the value of x and y and find the value of x and the value of y. So we know that x will be equals to 180 minus 74. So 180 minus 74 will be equals to 106. So x will be equals to 106. Now what about y? For y, we know that angle ACD will be equals to, this angle will be equals to, let me write it over here, angle ACD will be equals to 180 minus 90 minus 74. So angle ACD will be equals to 90 minus 74, which means this will be equals to 16. Now, if this angle is of 16, we can easily find out angle y. So angle y will be equals to 180 minus 16, which will be equals to 164. So it means x will be equals to 106 and y will be equals to 164. Let's move to question number 3. Calculate this. Now how we can calculate? We can just write it as 10 minus fraction. In fact, we have to use bracket fraction 7 by 8 whole cube multiply by 2. So the answer will be 8.66. Correct to one decimal place, it means this will be equals to 8.7. For the sake of working, you can write it over here 7 cube. This will be equals to 343 divided by 8 cube. So 8 cube will be equals to 512 multiplied by 2. So this will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 4. In question number 4, the exchange rate between pounds and dollars is 1 pound is 1.28. Pound and rupees is 1 pound is 115 rupees. A computer cost $576. Now, we know that cost in pounds, this will be equals to 576 divided by 1.28. So this will be equals to 576 divided by 1.28. So this will be equals to 450 pounds. 450 pounds. Now, cost in rupees. So cost in rupees will be equals to 450 multiplied by 115. So multiply by 115. This will be equals to 51750. 51750. Let's move to question number 5. Nisha flies from Mumbai to New York. The journey takes 16 hours and 18 minutes. So 16 hours and 18 minutes. So it means the flight departs from Mumbai at 11:50. So the local time, so it means that 11:50 plus 16 hours and 18 minutes. So 16 hours and 18 minutes. 18 minutes. So if we add it, this will be equals to 16 hours means this will be equals to uh, 4/8 of the next day. Okay. Now, the local time in Mumbai is 10.5 hours ahead of the local time in New York. Okay. So it means that 4/8 minus 10 hours 30 minutes. So if we subtract it, so this will be equals to 17:38 of the same day. Of the same day. So the final answer will be 17:38. Let's move to the B part. The plane flies a distance of 12,800 kilometers. Calculate the average speed of the flight. First of all, we have to find out the total time. So the total time will be equals to 16 hours, 16 hours and 18 minutes. So we can convert 18 minutes as 18 divided by 60. So this will be equals to 0.3. So we can say that 16.3 because 18 divided by 60 is 0.3. So speed is equals to distance divided by time. So distance is 12,800 and time is 16.3. So 12,800 divided by 16.3, this will be equals to 1 2. Okay, now this will be very careful about the calculator mistake. 12800 divided by 16.3. So this will be equals to 785.27. Correct to three significant figures. This will be equals to 785 kilometers per hour. Let's move to question number 6. Now in question number 6, a bag contains yellow counters, blue counters and the red counters. Asif takes a counter at random from the bag. The probability that he takes a yellow counter is 27%. So it means probability of yellow will be equals to 0.27 and probability of blue will be equals to 3 by 5. 3 by 5, which means 3 by 5, 3 divided by 5, this means 0.6. Find the probability that he takes a red counter. So for red counters, we know that sum of all the probabilities will be equals to 1. So 1 minus 0.6 minus 0.27. So 1 minus 0.6, 0.6 minus 0.27. So this will be equals to 0.13. So 0.13 will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 7. Find P when R is minus 15 and T is 7. So P will be equals to square root of R square minus 15 square minus 8 into 7. So P will be equals to, just use the calculator to simplify it. So square root of bracket minus 15 square minus 8 into 7. So this will be equals to 13. 13 will be the final answer. Rearrange this to make T the subject. Okay. So this will be P square. So we can rearrange it as 8T is equals to R square minus P square, and then T will be equals to R square minus P square whole divided by 8. So R square minus P square whole divided by 8 will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 8. A prism has 6 planes of symmetry. The cross-section of the prism is a regular polygon. Write down the name of the regular polygon. So we know that there are some of the important points you must understand, that a polygon, regular polygon, in fact, I should write a regular n-sided, right prism has right prism has n plus 1 planes of symmetry. Planes of symmetry. So here you can see that 6 planes. So 6 planes means that 6 minus 1, which is 5. It means this will be the pentagon. Let's move to question number 9. A tank in the shape of a sphere has radius 40 centimeter. Radius is 40 centimeter. Show that the capacity of the tank is 268 liters. Correct to nearest liters. So what we have to do is, we know that this one is a sphere, and the formula for the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. This formula will be given to you. Now just put the values. 4 by 3 pi, r is 40 whole cube, is equals to, so fraction 4 by 3 multiply by shift pi multiply by fraction 40 cube. So this will be equals to 268 082.57 centimeter cube. Now correct to nearest liter. So we know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. So capacity will be equals to 268,082.57 divided by 1000. So if we divide it by 1000, this will be equals to 268. So the answer will be 268 liters. Let's move to the B part. Now in the B part, a tank contains 268 liters of water. The water for the tank is emptied into a cylindrical container at a rate of 300 milliliters per second. Calculate the time taken for the tank to be completely emptied. Okay. Give your answer in minutes and seconds. Correct to nearest seconds. Okay. Now we know that for the B part, we know that volume is volume is 268 liters. Now if you want to convert it into milliliters, so this will be equals to 268 multiply by 1000 is equals to 268 268 triple zero milliliters. Now time taken. So time taken will be equals to what? This will be equals to 268 triple zero divided by, because the rate is this 300. So if we divide it by 300, what will be the answer? So fraction 268 triple zero divided by 300. So this will be equals to 893.33. So this will be equals to 893.33. Now 893.33 seconds, basically this one is in seconds. So we have to convert it into minutes. So 893, if we convert it into minutes, so 893.33 is equals to 14 minutes and 53 seconds. So 14 and 53 seconds. This will be the final answer. We know that how to convert seconds into minutes and hours. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to the second part. The cylindrical container has radius 50 centimeters and the height is 40 centimeters. Calculate the percentage of the container that is filled with water. Now, first of all, we know that we have to find out the volume. So we know that volume is equals to pi r square h. So pi radius is 50 and height is 40. 50 square into 40. So this will be equals to, you can use the calculator, this will be equals to like 50 square multiply by 40 multiply by shift pi. So this will be equals to 1 and then we have 5 zeros pi. And if we convert it into a decimal number, this will be the number. So what we can do next is percentage of filled. So percentage of filled will be equals to percentage of filled will be equals to, we know that the previous volume was 268 divided by 1000 this pi. So we can simplify it using the calculator. So 268 triple zero divided by the previous answer, it will be 85.3. So multiply by 100. So this will be equals to 85.3. So this will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 10. The diagram shows a rhombus. So rhombus means that we know that in rhombus we will have two things, that the opposite angles are equal, and the second point is that adjacent angles sum to 180 degrees. So these two statements means that and it is given here that BCD is 117, so this angle is 117. So these two statements means what? The first statement means that minus 6x plus 9y is equals to 117. And the second statement means that 2x plus 3y is equals to 2x plus 3y plus 117 is equals to 180. Now what we have to do is we can just simplify it. So second equation will be 2x plus, basically this will be 2x plus 3y is equals to 180 minus 117. So 2x plus 3y is equals to 63. And the first equation was minus 6x plus 9y is equals to 117. Now if you multiply the second equation with 3, if you multiply it with 3, this equation will be 6x plus 9y is equals to 63 multiplied by 3. 63 multiplied by 3. So this will be equals to 189. 189 minus 6x plus 9y is equals to 117. So what you can do is you can just add these two expressions. So this will be 18y is equals to 189 plus 117. So 306. So 306. So 306 divided by 18. So this will be equals to 17. So y will be equals to 17. Similarly, we can easily find out x. You can just put y in any of the equation, you will get x. So 3 into 17 is equals to 63. So just rearrange it. So 2x is equals to 63 minus 3 into 17. So 63 minus 3 into 17. So this will be equals to 12. So 2x is equals to 12. X will be equals to 12 by 2, which means 6. So x will be 6 and y will be 17. Let's move to the next question. That is question number 13. Find the three inequalities. Write the region R is defined by. Okay, for the region R, we know that the equation for this line will be x is equals to 3. which means x will be greater than and equals to 3. Now for this dotted line, we have to find the equation. So the equation for this dotted line will be, we know that the y-intercept is 1. So we have to find out the gradient now. So for gradient, we can use any of the 2 points. Let's say one point is 0 and 1, and the other point is 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So gradient of this line will be equals to 3 minus 1 divided by x coordinate is 2 and y 3, x coordinate is 0. Okay, 3 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 0. So this will be 2 by 2. Or we can use any of the point. So this will be equals to, so gradient will be equals to 1. Let's try another point for this dotted one. Let's try this one. The one coordinate is 3 and 4, and the other coordinate is 2 and 3. 2 and 3. By the way, we have to change it, like the first point should be this one, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and the second point will be 3 and 4. Now if we want to find out the gradient, so the gradient will be 4 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 2. So the gradient will be 1 by 1. So gradient will be 1. So we can say that the equation for this line will be y is equals to x plus 1. And the region for this will be y is less than x plus 1. Now what about this dotted line? For this dotted line, we have to find out the gradient. C will be 2, we know this thing, and the gradient will be, we can use any of the 2 points. Let's say the first point is this one is 2 and 1, and the second point is, let's say this one, 4 and 0. 4 and 0. So the gradient will be 0 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 2. So here the gradient will be minus 1 divided by 2, minus 1 by 2. So equation for this will be y is equals to minus 1 by 2x plus 2. So y is greater than and equals to, so for inequality will be y is greater than and equals to minus 1 by 2x plus 2. So the final answer will be, we will have 3 answers. The final answers will be y is greater than and equals to minus 1 by 2x plus 2, and y is less than x plus 1, and x is greater than 3. Sorry, x is greater than and equals to 3. So be very careful about these inequalities. When you have the dotted line, you have to use only less than or greater than, and when you have a solid line, you have to use less than and equals to and greater than and equals to. Let's move to question number 14. Let's move to 14. Now in 14, two bottles are mathematically similar. The larger bottle has the capacity of 1.5 liters. The height is 24 centimeter. The smaller bottle has the capacity of 0.4 liters. Calculate the height of the smaller bottle. Now we know that for similar shapes, the formula is volume of the smaller bottle divided by volume of the larger bottle should be equals to height of the smaller bottle divided by height of the larger bottle. But we have to take cube to equate it. So we have to find the height of the smaller bottle. So this will be equals to 0.4. 0.4 is the capacity. So 0.4 divided by 1.35 whole cube. So we have to take cube root is equals to, we are taking cube root to cancel out the cube. Basically, when we take cube root, it will cancel out the cube. So height of the smaller bottle, we don't know. Height of the larger bottle is 24. So if we rearrange it, height of the smaller bottle will be equals to 24 multiplied by cube root of 0.4 divided by 1.35. So let's see what will be the answer. So for cube root, we can use the calculator. We can use this way, shift this point. Cube root of fraction 0.4 divided by 1.35 multiply by 24. So the answer will be 16. So this will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to question number 15. F of x is 10 minus 2x, g of x is 2x squared. The domain of f of x is this. Find the range. So for range, we know that f of minus 2 is equals to 10 minus 2 into minus 2, which will be equals to 10 minus 2. So this will be equals to 14. Then f of 0, this will be equals to 10 minus 2 into 0, this will be 10. Then f of 3, this will be equals to 10 minus 2 into 3, this will be equals to 4. So we have to maintain the order as well. So this should be 14, 10 and 4, or 4, 10 and 14. Let's move to the B part. Find f inverse of x. So y is equals to 10 minus 2x. So here y 2x is equals to 10 minus y. So x will be equals to 10 minus y divided by 2. So f inverse of x will be equals to 10 minus x divided by 2. Let's move to the last part, third part, g f of x. So we know that g of x is equals to, this one is composite function, 2x square plus 3. And f of x is equals to 10 minus 2x. 10 minus 2x. Now, g f of x means what? This means that g f of x, and it means that g 10 minus 2x, and it means that 2 into 10 minus 2x whole square plus 3. And if we simplify it, 2 into 10 square means 100 minus 10 into 2, 20. 20 into 2, 40. So 40x plus 4x square plus 3. So if we rearrange it, this will be 200 minus 80x plus 8x square plus 3. And if we just rearrange it as per this thing, so this will be equals to 8x square minus 80x plus 203. So this will be the final answer. Let's move to the B part. Now in the B part, h of x is given and h inverse of x is this. So we know that from here we can write this one as x is equals to h inverse of 10 power 2 by x. Now, if we just compare it, we can write it as 10 power 2 by x is equals to 10,000. Because we are just comparing it, find h inverse of this. So we can just equate it, and this will be equals to, we know that 10 power 2 by x is equals to, we have to make the same basis. So just write 10 power what? 10 power 5. This will be equals to, no, 10 power 4. So 10 power 4 is 10,000, yes. So we can write 10 power 4. The bases are same, it means the powers are same. So 2 by x is equals to 4 and 2 by 4 is equals to x. So x will be equals to 1 by 2. This will be the final answer. Let's move to the question number 16. The temperature T degrees centigrade, where x is the number of minutes after 2 p.m. X is the number of minutes after 2 p.m. So T is 80 at 2 p.m. It means that at x is equals to 0, at x is equals to 0, T is equals to 80. And at x is equals to 30, T is equals to 20. So just put the values over here, that T is 80 when x is 0. Now anything power 0 is 1. So we can say that 80 is equals to a into 1, which means a. So a is equals to 80. Now when t is 20, x will be b power x will be 30. We know the value of 80, so this will be 20 is equals to 80 b power 30. So 20 divided by 80 is equals to b power 30. Now what we have to do is, we want to find out the value of b. So from here what we can do is, we can just take power 1 by 3 on both sides. So this will be equal 1 by 30, whole power 1 by 30. So this will cancel out this way, and we can now use the calculator to find the value. So bracket fraction 20 by 80 bracket whole power fraction 1 by 30. So this will be equals to 0.95, because this one is uh, not an exact value, so we have to correct it to 3 decimal place. So 0.955, 0.955, and a will be equals to 80. Let's move to question number 17. A curve has equation this: find the gradient of the curve at x is equals to 1.5. So for gradient, which means dy by dx. So dy by dx will be equals to 3x square minus 5 by 2 into 2 whole power x, and the gradient of the constant will be 0. So this will be equals to 3x square minus 5x. Now just put x is equals to 1.5. So gradient at x is equals to 1.5 So gradient will be equals to 3 into 1.5 whole square minus 5 into 1.5. So just use the calculator now. So this will be 3 multiplied by bracket 1.5 square minus 5 multiplied by 1.5. So minus 3 by 4. Minus 3 by 4 or minus 0.5. So you can say that minus 3 by 5 or minus 0.75. So this will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 19. The table shows the information about the time each of 90 trains is delayed. Okay, estimate the mean. Now mean will be equals to summation of fx by summation of f. So we have to find out x first. So x will be equals to, here this will be 5, here this will be 20, this will be, now x is basically the midpoint, so 30 plus 45 divided by 2. So this will be equals to 37.5. 37.5 and then 45 plus 75. 45 plus 75 divided by 2. This will be equals to 60. Now for mean, what we have to do is 5 multiplied by 13 plus 20 multiplied by 35 plus 37.5 multiply by 36 plus 60 multiply by 6 whole divided by summation of f. So this one will be 90 because the total frequency is 90. So we can use the calculator, just use the calculator, that 5 multiplied by 13 plus 20 multiplied by 35 plus 37.5 multiplied by 36 and then go on, plus 60 multiplied by 6 whole divided by 90. So the answer will be 55 by 2 or 27.5. So this will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to the next one. A histogram is drawn to show the information in the table. The height of the bar is, for the interval this, is 14 centimeter. Now we know that height of the bar will always be equals to frequency density multiplied by multiplying factor. Basically this MF is multiplying factor. MF is multiplying factor. So what we can do is we can just find the height of each of the bar. So for 0 to 10, the frequency density will be equals to frequency divided by the class width. So here the class width for the first interval is 10. So divide by 10, multiply by, now we have to find out the multiplying factor first. So for 10 to 30, So for 10 to 30, for 10 to 30, uh, it is given that the height of the bar is this. So height is 14. Frequency density will be 35 divided by 20. 35 divided by 20 multiply by multiplying factor. So if we rearrange it, 14 multiplied by 20 divided by 35 is equals to multiplying factor. So fraction 14 multiplied by 20 divided by 35. So this will be equals to 8. So multiplying factor will be equals to 8. It means we have to multiply the frequency density for all the intervals. So 13, now we can use this multiplying factor. So 13 divided by 10 multiply by 8. So this will be equals to 10.4. So for the first one, this will be equals to 10.4. Now for the next one, 10 to 30. 10 to 30, the height is already given to us. So 30 to 40, 30 to 45, this will be equals to 30 till 45. This will be equals to 36 frequency divided by the class width. So class width is 15 multiplied by 8. So 36 divided by 15 multiply by 8. So this will be equals to 19.2. So 19.2 will be the final answer. And for the last interval, 45 to 75. 45 to 75, this will be frequency is 6 and class width is 30. So 6 divided by 30 multiply by 8. So this will be equals to 1.6. So the final answers will be 10.4, 19.2 and 1.6. Let's move to the C part. Now in the C part, two of the trains with delays of more than 30 minutes are chosen at random. Find the probability that just one of these trains is delayed 45 minutes or less. So 45 minutes or less, and two of the trains with delays more than 30 minutes. So more than 30 minutes will be, you can see here that more than 30 minutes will be this one and this one. So what we can do is, and the total one is, totally sum is 42. So total is 36 plus 6, which means 42. Now the probability will be equals to, for the first one, 36 divided by 42 multiplied by 6 divided by 41 plus 6 divided by 42 multiplied by 36 divided by 41. So we can just multiply it with 2. So fraction 36 divided by 42 multiplied by fraction 6 divided by 41 multiply by 2. So the answer will be 0.251. Correct to three significant figures. So the answer will be 0.251. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to question number 19. The diagram is a regular hexagon. Find in terms of P and Q in its simplest form the DE. So DE means this one. So this will be minus Q. Then BE. Now we know that BE will be equals to, how we can find out this one, BE. So BE will be equals, we know that this one is a regular hexagon. So this way and this one. So this one is basically the double of this, but the direction is opposite. So this will be equals to minus 2p. Then OE. What about OE? Now for OE, we can use this path that OE will be equals to OA plus AB, AB plus BE. So OA is P plus Q minus 2P. So the final answer will be Q minus P. Let's move to the B part. For the B part, we need diagram. So OB and DC are extended to meet G. OB, this one is OB and DC. OB is this one, OB and DC, they are extended to meet at G. Okay. Now what we have to do is find the position vector of this. We have to find out OG. Position vector means we have to find out OG. So for extended questions, we have to use the ratio concept. I hope that this thing is clear, that we have to use the ratio concept. Now here you can see that we will have two triangles and this one will be the double one. The ratio is double, so we can say that DC is P, DC is P, and basically OG will be equals to K times P plus Q, because we have to find out the value of K now. So this will be equals to, why this one is, because we know that OB is P plus Q. So OG will be equals to K times B plus G. So this length will be the double. We know that these two lengths will be equal. If this length is 1, this length will also be 1. So OG will be equals to, complete length OG will be equals to 2 times P plus Q, which means 2P plus 2Q will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to the next one, the question number 20. Calculate the area of the triangle ABC. Now for the area, what we have to do is, area will be equals to 1 by 2 into 450 into 600 into sine of 57. So if we just use the calculator and simplify it, fraction 1 by 2 multiply by 450 multiply by 600 multiply by sine of 57. So this will be equals to 113,220 and so on. So 11, let me write it over here, that this will be equals to 113,220 point 525267 and so on. So for non-exact answer, for non-exact answers correct to three significant figures. So the final answer will be 113,000 meter cube. Show that angle CAD is 85.8, 85 CAD. So CAD means this angle is 85.8. So for this, what we have to do is we can use the sine law. So we can use the sine law. How we can use the sine law? First of all, we have to find out the opposite angle, the opposite side. So we can easily find out, let's say this angle is x. So we can write it as sine 34 divided by 290 is equals to sine of angle x divided by 450. So if we rearrange it, sine of angle x is equals to 450 multiplied by sine of 34 whole divided by 290. So angle x will be equals to sine inverse of 450 multiplied by sine of 34 whole divided by 290. So we can use again the calculator to find out this. Shift sine inverse of fraction 450 multiplied by sine of 34 bracket close divided by 290 bracket close. So the answer will be 60.2. Angle x is equals to 60.2. So now what we have to do is we have to find out, let's say, angle CAD. So angle CAD will be equals to 180 minus 60.2 minus 34. So 180 minus answer minus 34. So this will be equals to 85.8. 85.8. Let's move to the C part. The vertical mast at point B and a vertical mast at point D. So vertical mast means that there is a vertical mast at point D and a vertical mast at point D. By the way, we know that this angle is 85. Previously, we have find it out 85.8. This angle is 85.8. So angle A will be equals to 85.8 plus 57. So 85.8 plus 57, this will be equals to 142.8. 142.8. So BD, this one is BD, okay? Now there is a vertical side here and a vertical side here. At point B, this height is 250 meter height. This length is 250 meters. And the other length is, we know that this one is BD and we have vertical mast. This one is a vertical mast. and we will have another vertical mast over here at D. Its length is a bit lesser one. Okay. Now the height of the mast is 250. This height is 250. Calculate the angle of depression of the top. Okay, first of all, what we have to do is we have to find out the BD. Uh, D to the top. Okay. So we have to find out this angle. Angle of depression means that we have to find out this angle. Okay. So for this angle, we need BD. We know that this length will be, we can easily find out this length. So whole length is, this length is 45 and overall the length is 250. So which means this length will be 205. 205. Okay. Now this one is right. Let's say this point is M, this point is N, this point is O. Now I think the question is very clear now. Now angle of depression means we have to find out this angle X. So first of all, we have to find out ON, which is parallel to the BD. So BD will be equals to, we can use, this will be 290 square plus 600 square minus 2 into 290 into 600 into cos of angle 142. So this angle is 142.8. So if we, and we have to take the square root as well. So BD will be equals to what? So just use the calculator, that 290 square plus 600 square minus 2 into 290 into 600 into cos of 42.8 bracket close, and then take the square root of the answer. So this will be equals to 434. 434. Let me check it again. 290 square plus 600 square minus 2 into 290 into 600 into sine of 142.8 bracket close, and then take square root of the answer. This will be equals to 483.4. 483.4. Now we can easily find out the angle. So angle will be equals to tan inverse of 205 perpendicular by base. So 205 divided by 483.4. So first of all, we can simplify 205 divided by answer and then shift tan inverse of answer. So this will be equals to 22.9, which means 23. So angle will be equals to 23. This will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 21. Question number 21. The length of the cuboid is 2 centimeter. Correct to nearest integer. Correct to nearest integer means 1 by 2, which means the upper bound for this will be 2.8. 5 and the lower, because we have to add plus 0.5 and minus 0.5, so we have to add it, and lower bound will be 1.5. The width of the cuboid is 4 centimeter, correct to nearest integer. So divided again 1 by 2, so 4, the upper bound will be 4.5 and the lower bound will be 3.5. The volume of the cuboid is 123.8. Correct to one decimal place. Correct to one decimal place means 0.1 divided by 2, which means 0.05. Find the lower bound of the height of the cuboid. Okay, we know that volume is equals to length multiplied by width multiplied by height. So if we rearrange the formula, height will be equals to volume divided by length multiplied by width. So from here what we can do is, we have to find out the lower bound of the height. So we have to use the lower bound of the volume and the upper bound of the length and the upper bound of the width. For lower bound 123.8, so if we add 0.05, the upper bound will be 1 minus 0.05. The lower bound will be 123.75 and 123.85. Okay. Now lower bound of the volume, so which means 123.75 divided by the upper bound of the length. So this will be 4.5 multiplied by 2.5. So now we can again use the calculator. 123.75 divided by 4.5 multiplied by 2.5. So this will be equals to 11.0. This will be the final answer. Let's move to question number 22. Now in question number 22, these are the first 5 terms of the sequence. Find the nth term of the sequence. Now we know that the first sequence is 1 by 6 and the ratio is 6, because ratio is basically A2 divided by A1 and A3 divided by A2. So this one is a geometric sequence. So for geometric sequence, AN will be equals to AR power n minus 1. So which means 1 by 6 R power 1 by 6, you can say 1 by 6 R power n minus 1. N is, this one is n minus 1. So R is 6. So we can write it as AN will be equals to 6 power minus 1 multiplied by 6 power n minus 1. So bases are same, so powers will be same. So 6 power n minus 2, powers will be added. If the bases are same, powers will be added. So this will be equals to n minus 2. Let's move to question number 23. Two angles AB are formed when two lines meet at a point. Angle A is given by the equation 2 plus 3 tan of A is equals to minus 0.5. Find the two possible values of A. Now what we have to do, we have to just rearrange it. So this will be 3 tan of A is equals to minus 0.5 minus 2. So tan of A will be equals to minus 0.5 minus 2 divided by 3. So this will be equals to minus 5 by 6. Minus 5 by 6. Now what we have to do, we have to first find out the reference angle and then apply the cast. Now the reference angle will be, angle A will be equals to tan inverse of 5 by 6. Now is there any mistake? No, there is no mistake, because keep one thing in your mind, that when we have to find out the reference angle, we have to take this one always positive. Now, just use the calculator again to shift tan inverse of fraction 5 by 6. So this will be equals to 39.8. 39.8. So angle A is equals to 39.8. This one is basically the reference angle. Now we have to see, we have to apply the cast. So for cast, what we can do is, this one is a horizontal vertical line, this one is a horizontal line, we have 4 quadrants. So cast means we have to give each quadrant a name, like CAST. Cos, all in this quadrant, cos will be positive, in this quadrant sine will be positive, tan will be positive. Now here you can see that we have the answer for tan is negative. So we know that tan is negative in these two quadrants, 1 and this one. Now we have to draw the reference angle. So reference angle is 39.8, 39.8, and here we have to draw the reference angle 39.8. Now we have to decide the final answer. So for final answer, we have to use this horizontal line. So this will be equals to what? So angle A will be equals to 180 minus 39.8. So 180 minus 39.8. So this will be equals to 140.2. 140.2. So angle A will be equals to, first will be 140.2. The second answer will be angle A will be equals to, the other one will be from this horizontal line till this horizontal line. This will be equals to 360 minus 39.8. So 360 minus 39.8, this will be equals to 320.2. 320.2. Or if you want to go, there's no range given to us. So if you want to go towards the left side, or you can write minus 39.8. So this will be the final answer. I hope that the concept is clear. Let's move to next question. Okay, I think that is it for today. If you have any question, you can ask it in the comment section. Thank you.